Hello friends, I am Professor Vikas Mali, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of TSSMS Bhivrabai Sawant College of Engineering and Research, Nare. Today I am here to discuss with you a major aspect of our one of the major subject from Mechanical Engineering Department, that is strength of material. So before proceeding to the strength of material, its definition, we all know each and every machine component when undergoes some application, it deforms or it continues to deform due to the continuous running condition or the loading condition. So to observe this criteria, we have to know the strength of that particular machine component. So for this, from that point of view only, this subject is very much important for our mechanical engineering department. Now there is one basic definition in the strength of material, that is called as a stress. Now as we know all, the stress is nothing but internal resistance offered by the body against deformation. Now in simple way I will explain what is mean by stress. Suppose consider one rectangular bar which is subjected to the external load of F, that is magnitude F, which is applied at the extreme ends of that particular rectangular bar. When the material is subjected to such type of load, it elongates in the length direction. So that's why it will change its position and the dimension in the length direction goes on increasing. Now to keep that body in equilibrium, there is a resisting force inside the cross section of the bar. That internal resistance offered by the body for or the against deformation is nothing but the stress. Now this stress can be taken in unit as a Newton per mm square, or we can call it as a Pascal also. 1 Newton per meter square is 1 Pascal, and other conversions of units are 1 Newton per millimeter square is equals to 1 megapascal, and 1 gigapascal is equals to 10 to the power of 3 megapascal. These are the some conversions of the units for the stress. Now we will classify these stresses according to their type of loading. So basically stresses are classified into different categories as direct stresses and indirect stresses. Indirect stresses, there are again 3 categories called as, one is normal stress, second is shear stress, and third one is tensile or compressive stresses. Okay, and in indirect stresses, the stresses are classified as shear stresses and the bending stresses. So with this we will continue to the next part of the strength of material, that is the strain. Now here this strain is nothing but the change in the dimension per unit dimension. So for this we will see, if you check the dimension ratio of the dimensions per unit dimension, that means it don't have any kind of unit. So according to the type of loading, again we are going to classify the strain as a normal strain, then the shear strain and the volumetric strain. Now what is mean by different types of stresses and what is mean by different types of strains, we will see one by one. So first classification I have discussed with you just now for the type of stress, that is normal stress. Now this normal stress is nothing but the rate of loading, that means applied load per unit cross sectional area, whereas shear stress is defined as the shear force per unit deformation. Now per unit deformation in case of shear stress is nothing but the angular deformation, right, and the last one is the bending stresses. Now bending stress is nothing but it is the ratio of the bending moment per unit cross sectional area. Similarly, the different types of strains have been defined as the normal strain is nothing but it is the change in dimensions per unit dimension. Okay, that may be in x direction, that may be in y direction, or that may be in z direction. Second thing, that is a shear strain, that is nothing but it is the angular deformation offered by the body due to the application of the shear force. Okay, so whatever the vertical position of the face AB, that is going to deform by AB dash, and that is the angular deformation can be calculated by the angle phi. And third one is the volumetric strain, that means it is the ratio of volumetric stress to the volumetric strain. So by using the relation between the stresses and the strain, we are about to know one elastic constant for particular type of stress. So that can be defined by one law that is called as Hooke's law. Now my dear friends, Hooke's law states that in a proportionality limit or within the proportionality limit, the shear stress is directly proportional to the shear strain, or the normal stress is directly proportional to the normal strain, or we can call it as a volumetric stress is directly proportional to the volumetric strain. According to these contents, we will define three different elastic constant. So first of all, first elastic constant is Young's modulus, or we can call it as a modulus of elasticity. So here this modulus of elasticity is nothing but it is the ratio of direct stress to the direct strain, or we can call it as the normal stress to the normal strain. Second one is the shear modulus, that is also called as a modulus of rigidity. Here that can be defined as the shear stress upon shear strain, and last one is the bulk modulus, which is defined as shear volumetric stress upon volumetric strain. So today we will discuss only on these topics. The remaining part we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.